Skeetchestn Kukpi7 Darrell Draney. As we shared in the last video, Skeetchestn community and transportation routes are facing a threat of flooding. Due to last year's wildfires and resulting hydrophobic soils, the erosion and loss of stability, especially around rivers and streams, means that our roads and utilities to the village can be lost. This could cause anything from a loss of electricity to houses, damage to the roads, or even flooding to homes and other community spaces. One of the best weapons against flooding is knowledge. Knowing where the land is most damaged, knowing how to fix it, and knowing what to do if we need to evacuate or respond to flooding in the village. Skeetchestn Natural Resources teams have worked closely with professional consultants from urban systems to create the best plan to protect their homes and supply chain. In these meetings, we used information about the valley that we have learned from generations of living here and combined it with Western science from experts on erosion and mitigation techniques. The result was a solid plan that showed locations where flooding would be most likely to occur based on landscape features and historic patterns and the best way to protect our homes and roads. Environmental and cultural monitoring has been in place to ensure that we are not causing more damage to the land while we protect our village. We cannot forget our responsibility as stewards of the team. First, crews removed weeds and grasses to create access to the work area, clearing enough space for crews and equipment to get to the water's edge and begin to build up the eroded banks. Work areas were selected not just for easy access, but also for places where we would do the least damage to sensitive habitats. Like in this location, where the work zone was planned to best protect a mature tree that provides vital shade in this bend of the river. Once the area was cleared, crews were able to carry out the needed erosion and sediment control, creating berms, sediment fences, revetments, and riprap in strategic places to strengthen riverbanks and low-lying areas. Work began in early March, including improvements near the main bridges into the community. You may have seen the crews working there and wondering what was happening. They were improving the slope angle of the banks nearby and adding gravel filters and riprap to improve drainage along the vital transportation route. Gas and water lines also run along the underside of the bridge, so protecting this critical route makes us able to get in and out of the valley and also ensures we have water and heat in our homes. Bridges were the top priority for our team, and we have successfully completed this part of the project. Several other sites have been worked on to improve drainage and erosion control. Crews are patrolling the land and observing other areas that could pose a hazard so we can react quickly to any water changes that could still occur. As I said in the beginning of this video, knowledge is one of the best tools we have in facing this threat. And I hope this has shown that we are proactively involved in planning for an emergency event. By watching this video, you are playing an important part in this plan. So thank you once again for joining us, working together to protect our homes and our land. By walking on two legs, we have combined Western science and Indigenous knowledge, and I'm sure that we are best equipped to face what may be coming next. While I know that we have taken many steps to stop flooding and damage to the land, we must also accept that nature is unpredictable, and as we have seen in the past years, sometimes we have no choice but to let it run its course. Our next video will talk about how to be ready for the very worst case scenarios. If our plans and preparations are not enough and we have to deal with the loss of services or even evacuation. It will include lists and plans for several scenarios. For that, we can be ready to act in case we are all called on once again to be a strong cooperative community. Mitigation Putcham.